سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج.
In a single generation, Europe has been transformed. Decades of mass migration have undermined social cohesion, introduced hostile ideologies, and destabilized once peaceful cities. In many urban centers, native Europeans are now the minority. However, this profound demographic shift didn't happen by accident. While European governments have allowed mass immigration through legal channels, millions more have entered the continent illegally. We followed one of the deadliest illegal immigrant routes into and across Europe, starting in Africa, traveling to the Canary Islands, through Spain and France, and ending in the United Kingdom. Along the way, we discovered how criminal organizations, NGOs, and national governments are facilitating the invasion of the European continent. Europeans aren't just losing their nations, they're funding their own replacement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective.
We are in Naughty Mauritania, and this is one of the critical staging points from which tens of thousands of North Africans have been smuggled into Europe. There are three main invasion routes into Europe: the land route through Turkey, the Mediterranean route from North Africa, and the route we follow, the West African route through Spain's Canary Islands. Those who follow this route depart from countries such as Senegal, Morocco, and Western Sahara, but Mauritania sees the most traffic. In 2024,
When someone is come to visa, but they pay for university. But just the asylum and the refugee people, they never pay for university fees and the college fees. They have free. The crime is too much in this country.
Really?
You park your car here, go to this hotel, come back, you never see your car.
in a single generation, Europe has crossed a threshold from which there is no return. For a nation to sustain itself, women must have an average of at least 2.1 children. Anything less, and the population collapses. For example, if two sets of parents each have one child, there are half as many children as parents. If those children have one child, then there are 1/4 as many grandchildren as grandparents. Across Europe, the fertility rate has plummeted, averaging just 1.38 children per woman, barely half of what's needed for a generation to replace itself. No society has ever reversed numbers this low. At the same time, foreigners are flooding into Europe. In 2023 alone, 4.3 million people came into the European Union from non-European Union countries. In France, a new mosque is erected every 15 days, while churches are destroyed. In England, Muhammad has become the most common name for newborn boys. And in Sweden, nearly 2/3 of all men convicted of rape or attempted rape over the last 2 decades are immigrants or the children of immigrants, despite making up a minority of the population. These are not isolated facts. Together, they show how this invasion of foreigners is fundamentally transforming Europe. With each passing year, Islam's presence on the European continent grows. What we see now was foreshadowed decades ago. In 2006, Muammar Gaddafi declared, "There are signs that Allah will grant Islam victory in Europe. Without swords, without guns, without military conquests. The 50 million Muslims in Europe will turn it into a Muslim continent within a few decades." Nearly 20 years later, his words are coming true before our eyes. None of this happened by accident. The United Nations, NGOs, and European governments built the systems that made it possible. They designed policies to import millions, placing foreigners above their own citizens. What we have shown in this documentary is the blueprint of a carefully managed plan to replace the white population of Europe.